let's record.
This meeting
Yeah,
is being recorded.
I've never done that before. So
You
let's,
want
I'm
okay,
recording
here.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm recording it so we can perhaps come back and revisit. So let me, uh, let me get to the screen and see if we can do this. All right. All right. So, all right. Share screen. Yeah, how do I do this? Okay. So let me share my screen. Oh, I don't even know what to share. Let me share this. Okay. So I'm now I'm sharing a lot, like a little too much. I need to move this thing. There we go. All right, so here's the thing. So when you come to Bright, you have to log in, and the way we're just going to be talking about how to set up an auto search, right? That's what we're talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure how much you have played with Bright, but you have the option of, these are all the different search options right here. So you can look for residential sale, lease, multifamilies. These are the ones that are like multiple units in one home. So you have like a basement unit, and then you have, this is very common in DC. You don't have many in Virginia. Land, farms, commercials, etc. So what you're going to be looking for in this particular case is a residential sale. Now you have your client's criteria, right? You have the number of bedrooms, the number of bathrooms, etc. So here's where you're going to be entering some of that. You're going to be entering the location. I don't know how you prefer, or how the client prefers to search. Some people are very adamant about one exclusive zip code, or they want to have or they want to be in a certain school district, or they want to be in a particular neighborhood, and they don't care which city it is. So there are multiple times, I'm sorry, not multiple times. There are multiple ways of running that search. So the way that I particularly like doing it is I like looking at a map. So in the map, you can create whatever boundaries you want. You can essentially go from like freehand, which you can, like draw whatever area you want, and you can manipulate it in whichever way you want, right? Or you can go in a perfect rectangle, or you can go in a circle. Where are you? In a circle, or you can draw a polygon. So whatever shape you want, okay? There is a very useful tool here, called layers. I like layers in particular when people are looking for a specific zip code or a school district. So here in layers, you can essentially show the boundaries. So for example, with the zip code, see how all of the zip codes populate?
Yeah, okay.
Right? So if people just want to be in the 22205, you can either do this draw polygon and follow that line, like you can draw those boundaries, or easier than that, you can click this little hand and select that layer as your boundary, and boom, now you have all of the homes in just that boundary. See? Those are all of the homes in that boundary. All right. So I like doing the search by map. Some people like to just put in the zip code or the county, or other criteria, but that is my personal preference. The second aspect to this, after the area, you come to the status and the price and the dates. Okay. So in the status, you want to send the coming soon and the active. Some people choose to send the active under contract. Active under contract means that there is a contract, but that there are contingencies and that the contract can fall through. When you go to pending, it means that all of the contingencies have expired. So the buyers don't really have an easy way out without risking losing their earnest money deposit. Paul, if you want to join us here, we're just talking about setting up searches in the MLS. Angelique, I think that you might have met her here in the office before. So those are the statuses. And here you can, even look for specific dates as to when they went under contract and other things like that. Very important criteria, the price. So for the price, you can select, see how this has like 3 zeros. So you can uncheck that and then you have to type in the entire number like 800,000, or you can just type in 800. So you're gonna wanna see all of the properties under 800. So you go 800 below minus, and it's gonna show you anything under 800. You can also put another range. You can say, show me 600 to 800. And it'll show you everything that is in between that range. Or you can put a specific price. Show me only properties that are at 850. So that's only going to show you that exact number. So the most common way of doing it is you put in the top ceiling and you put a minus at the end. So anything under 850. When my clients tell me that their budget is 800,000 or like whatever number, I usually put the range up by 10, 15,000, because it's going to show them some of those properties that might be a little overpriced, that might have a little room for negotiation. And so you go here 850, you go coming soon and active, and then the third floor, let's call it, of that is your bedrooms, bathrooms, etc. So bedrooms is pretty self-explanatory. So you go, same as the price. You want at least 3 bedrooms, so 3 and more. So you put a plus sign at the end. Total bathrooms. This is going to include your full and your half bathrooms. So you typically want to do the full bathroom. So people say, oh, I want a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So you go 2 full bathrooms or more. Again, if you don't put that plus sign at the end, it's only going to show you the exact number. Okay. Some people are looking for places that are they don't want to have stairs, or they want the main bedroom in the first floor. They don't want to deal with stairs. So there are some additional criteria that you can enter here. I typically don't bother with those, because you can be filtering out properties that might be suitable that are just entered incorrectly in the system. The more filters that you add, the more properties you're excluding. Okay.
Right.
So many times clients come and they say, I don't want any places with carpet. Unfortunately, carpet is not something that you can filter out. Some people say, I don't want an electric stove. Unfortunately, that's not something that you can filter out. Now, if you have too many hits, if you have so many hits that is overwhelming, you can say, okay, give me places that have gas heat. Having gas heat is more likely to have a gas stove than not having it, right?
Right.
And you still have to go through the pictures and find out those places. Now, here, these two next layers are important. So one is the ownership interest. Remember in the class when we talked about condominiums, a condominium can be anything. It can look like anything, okay? So most people are going to be looking for the fee simple. They don't want to be paying the condo fees, or they don't want to be in a condo. So you look for fee simple. I usually don't check anything here unless I'm asked, unless I have too many hits and I need to filter things out. But most people are going to be looking for that fee simple.
But you don't put it in.
I usually don't. I
Yeah.
usually don't. But because the next one is gonna filter a lot of those out. So detached homes, those are the freestanding homes. You're not sharing any walls with anybody. Okay. Then you have the twin or semi-detached where you're only sharing one wall. So those are those units that are two homes together sharing a common wall. End of the road townhouse. Um, so you have the homes in the end or the interior townhome. Some people are very specific. They don't want to be in an interior townhouse. So that's how you would filter those out. If somebody says they're looking for a townhouse, you select both of them. So the way to select it is by holding the control key, and you can select as many as you want. And the same way you can deselect them by holding the control key. See?
Select.
You see that?
Yeah, do it again.
So you select the control key and then you just click. You just click with your mouse. Yeah. And then, I didn't want flat apartments. So you just hold the control key and then you click again and it is deselected. Okay?
All right.
All right. So the next one is levels, the type of construction, etc. So typically this is the structure type is where you're going to be focusing on.
So this is what you click on, right? You click on the detached and then.
Well, depending on what they're looking for, yeah. So most people are like, I shouldn't say most people. People that say that they're looking for a home, that they don't want an apartment, they're looking for either a detached or a twin or a end of the row or a townhome.
Okay.
Or an interior townhome. Let's see. Next one is parking. So again, you might have people that say, well, I want to have a garage. And the question that I ask them is that it would be nice to have a garage or that you must have a garage? And you understand the difference, right? Because if it's nice to have a garage, then you don't bother. But when they're telling you that they must have a garage, then you need to select, the type of parking. So total garage spaces, if people tell me, hey, I need to have a garage, I typically go here, one or more garage spaces. Unless, again, they're giving you something very specific. I need a 2-car garage or I need a 3-car garage. And that's how you start selecting them. Now, from here, some people like to use the finished square footage. You might have clients that are going to tell you, I need to have at least 2,500 square feet. I try to get them to not use that as a criteria because you might be, again, excluding properties that are suitable that are not entered correctly. Also, in our area, there is a difference between the above grade square footage and the below grade square footage. And you might have a house that is really, really big because they're not counting the below grade square footage that is living space. Conversely, you might have houses that didn't have a finished basement. The basement was subsequently finished, but they never registered that with the county. So that space is not being reflected in the total final square footage. So that's why I tend to shy away from those. People might want fireplaces, the type of central air, like this sort of thing. Oh, I want a place with a basement, so you check on basement. The next layer, the only thing that I pay attention here, but I mean, I hope that you look at all of the information that is here. Okay, so whether they have a pool, if it's a personal pool, if it's new construction, the one that I pay attention here is senior community. And this is simply to exclude those senior communities. Those are the 55 and older. You're gonna find out that in our area, there are a number of, adult living communities. And the trick with those is that while the prices are low, the maintenance fees are astronomical. So your HOA for a senior community is going to be $4,000 a month, $3,500, $4,000 a month, in addition to your condo fee.
Wow.
So there's a building in Arlington, I think that is called the Jefferson, that people ask about all the time. Oh, this apartment is only $190,000. And then you have to explain to them, well, it is a senior living facility. And unless you're 55 or older, you're not going to qualify for it. And in addition to that, the fees are like $3,500, $4,000 a month. So a little bit of education. So I typically just filter out the ones that are senior communities from here. Now, here's where it gets kind of fun, because you can add or remove fields, okay?
Yeah.
So when you click here, it's gonna show you all of the criteria available, okay? And you can customize your search portal. You can actually look for agent-specific listings. So I wanna find out all of our tourist listings. So you put in our tourist email or our tourist name, and it's going to pull up all of those listings. Or if you want to see the listings in a specific office, it'll show that. I only have a few additional custom fields. The ones that I have used are whether they want to know about places that have a condo fee under a certain number. So I put the condo fee there. So it's typically going to be, like we were dealing with the price, like anything that has a condo fee under $600. So 600 minus. The other thing that I'm asked is I don't want stairs. So you want to have the entrance on your first floor. So that's my next layer. What I was telling you about the listing office or the listing agent, or the type of building. So remember the garden, the mid-rises, the high-rises, whether there are pets allowed, and the laundry type. Those are the ones that I use the most frequently. But as I mentioned here, you have the potential to, add all of these custom fields to it. Or I wouldn't add all of them because then you'll have too much clutter, but at least the ones that you're going to be using more frequently. And some of these are already in the basic panel, or I shouldn't say the basic panel, but in the basic search. So you don't want to double up on those. So in this case, let's see, I'm going to clear that map. Your friend is looking for anything under 800,000, right?
Yes, I mean, she said she was qualified for 850, but yeah.
Okay, so this is just for you to see it. So under 800,000, I'm going to do the map, and I'm going to say that we want to see anything that is here in Alexandria, all the way to Woodbridge. And then I select that, I go back to the criteria. She wants at least 3 bedrooms, at least 2 bathrooms, and she wants a detached home. Okay, so 800. See, I'm gonna delete the garage. What else is it showing me here? Okay, so this was selected, and that's why nothing is coming up. So I'm gonna deselect that. Now we have 193 matches. Okay, so I want a detached home, let's say with at least a 1-car garage. Let's say at least a 2-car garage. So now we have 53 matches. That's a pretty big area, right? So you have all of these matches. This CS means coming soon. Right. So when you click in coming soon, you can scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's going to show you expected on market date. So this is going to be June 16th. There are no showings allowed until June 16th. Okay. Plain and simple. But it is giving you the information for the agent, and you can always reach out and ask questions, right? Yeah. Okay. So when you have your search results, what you want to do is you want to start an auto email. So you go here, you save it, and you want to create a new auto email. Okay.
Save
So
it. I just write down save it. Save it. Yeah.
if you don't have the contact, you input your contact information here. Okay.
Huh?
If you don't have it saved in your contacts, it's here. It says create a new contact.
Yeah.
You enter their name, last name, and email. Okay. And here's the subject. So what was her name?
Macedonia.
Macedonia. Here are some properties that match your criteria, right? And this is the initial email. This is called the welcome email. See how there are two tabs here? So this is going to be the welcome email. It's going to say, hey, I set up a website for you, blah, 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 blah. You can type, you can customize what it says, okay? So you can type some more. I usually just leave it like that. This is your signature. And then down below is going to ask you, hey, do you want to do concierge mode? What concierge mode means is that you are going to receive the email and you have to approve the properties. So you get the email before she does, and then you say, yes, send her that property, do not send her that property. The other thing is whether you want to show that contact in the reverse prospecting. So this is going to let the listing agent know that you have a client who is interested in that particular property. And then the last one is going to be the frequency of the emails. So in the frequency of the emails, you can have them daily. You can select which days you want to send them in the AM or in the PM, or you can do it as soon as they're listed, as soon as possible. And then you just click save and it sends the emails. Now, if you scroll back up to the tabs, this is the welcome email. If you go to the recurring email, this is what your recurring email is going to say. Hey, here are some new properties that match your criteria, and it's going to send them the link. Again, you can customize that one to say whatever you want it to say, but I like to keep things simple. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. So once you have done all of that, I'm going to select someone here. So I'm going to select myself. You click the frequency and you save it, and then the email goes out. And it is as simple as that. Now, when you want to revisit what you've sent, you go here to clients and you go to auto email, and you can see the subject, the contact name, and when was the last time that they went into their portal. This is something that I use all the time. I listed by when was the last time that they went onto the portal, and I can see that this client, Talia Di Claudio, went at 8:54 a.m. this morning. So I can open up here the results. I can see which were the properties that were emailed last, and see she has made some notes here. Looks great, interested in parking if we were able to paint. So you see the availability date, you see the places, like they save it with a little bit of, they put some flair in there. So this is a light bulb, which is a possibility. This is trash. And then they have the ones that they love, their favorites. So let's see this one. You see the properties that they're seeing, and you can have a conversation. Hey, I saw that you favorite the property on Glebe Road. And that gives you a pretext for calling them or for making contact with them. So again, this is the order in which they were emailed. So these were June 7th. I think that I have her set up to be for her emails to be sent once a day, perhaps. So you go here, auto emails. Let's see. What are my settings? So I go to the settings. Oh no, they're set to be sent ASAP. You can change that frequency. Okay.
So what you like to do, like, I mean, I don't want to bother them, I mean, we should send them houses, but I don't want to be
You can
annoying.
do it daily. No, it's not about being annoying or not. You want them to have the information right away.
Right.
has nothing to do with being annoying. Say that you only decide to send them emails on Sundays. Well, there are going to be properties that they're going to be missing out on.
True.
You know, so you can, if you want to be not send as many emails, you can pick to send emails early in the morning, or first thing in the morning. So the emails are going to be in their inbox when they get to work, or when they get to whatever they're doing first thing in the morning. When they're checking their email, they're going to see those listings. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you good?
I am good. Yeah. I mean, for now, I'm sure I will later on, I will say, what was that? Where should I click on?
Right.
But
Well, hopefully we will have this video. I have never recorded anything here before, but hopefully we will have this video. Okay.
right. Mhm.
All right. Hey, I have to run now, but just let me know if you have any questions, and if you want to later on this afternoon, we can do another screen share where you set up that search and I can see what you're doing, making sure
Okay.
that you are doing it correctly. Okay.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All
That's
righty.
good. All righty.
Excellent. All righty.
Thank you.
Talk to
Bye-bye.
you later. Bye-bye.